And a 3, a 2, a 1.
Blast off!
Woo! Welcome back to Building with Bunny with Grandma Badger Breaks. Good morning, everybody. Grandma, why did your screen go black?
I wanted to adjust the loudness, and now I'm out. Oh, damn it!
Oh, well, just come on back in, hang up, and come back in. And this is how we are starting our Saturday, folks. Good morning. Good morning. Let's find some Zen in the brick. Zen in the brick. And there she is in all of her loveliness.
I'm here, folks. I'm here.
It's been quite the morning.
Yeah. Yes, it has.
Oops. Good morning, Jude. Good morning, Bluegrass.
Good morning, Bluegrass, and good morning, Jude. My eye got in front of my tongue, and I couldn't see what I was saying. Sorry about that.
No worries. So Grandma, what are you working on today?
I am working on diamond art.
Would you like
and
to
I'm doing, I think I can flip it around here. Little lovebirds. I don't know.
Oh,
aren't they sweet?
Cute.
Yeah. And it's all in jewels. So that's my favorite. So we'll see how it goes.
Good morning, Heather.
Good morning, Heather.
Hope you're doing well today. I am beginning a large project.
Uh-oh.
It's time. It's all I could think about all week.
All right. Well, then it's time.
We're starting this, the botanical garden.
Oh, that is nice. Very nice.
I was thinking about it, and I'm like, am I ready for that big of a project? Why, yes, I am.
Yes, you are. You've been doing little ones.
And I did all of my bunnies outside of the stream. So, and if you wanted to see those, they were on Instagram. So I completed all the bunnies. I wasn't really feeling like doing 3 more Formula One cars, so we're going to wait on that for now.
Thank you, Heather, about my lovebirds.
Good thing I looked in that envelope. That little sticker sheet was in there.
Good morning, Miss Ingrid.
Miss Ingrid, how are you? Yeah, this isn't at all intimidating. Look at the size of this book.
That was like the Empire State Building book.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, but that's nice when you get it done.
Before I forget, I'm going to scan my little QR code here and get my 20 points from Lego. If you don't already do that, go scan your books.
Miss Ingrid, now I just get a frog in my throat in the mornings. I'm not sick, honey, but thank you very much. I get froggy, and then it clears up, and I drink hot coffee, and then it clears up. And that, holy cow, yeah, Heather, that is a big set.
All right, got my 20 points, and we're moving on with life.
You can tell by the size of the book, and that's a huge book.
But I'm much looking forward to it, I think.
Yeah.
I love this whole like greenhouse, beautiful garden scape.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm going to love all the itty bitties inside.
Yep. And you'll pull your hair out once in a while, but don't do that. Just sit quietly for a minute.
Oh, Heather. Well, I didn't really like start doing it until recent. So, and I should be making Mills plates out of this, and I don't have, so I guess I'm going to build it on here. Unless, Bluegrass, do you happen to have a Mills plate already built that I could borrow to build this on? I guess technically I'm going to need 2 Mills plates, but I could build it on here if you don't already have a Mills. Ooh, he gave me a thumbs up. Okay, so should I wait for you or should I begin to build on this? I don't think this is the answer. I'll trade you 2 of these for 2 Mills plates.
I know you have to put Lego on Lego, but what I did was I bought um, poster foam board, and all of my sets are sitting on poster foam board.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be quite hefty and 2 plates big.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
big set.
Oh
So
yeah. I understand that. Yeah.
right from the jump, I'm doing it right.
But that way I had something underneath that was support them so I could move them around wherever I wanted to rearrange, so it worked.
Yeah. I hear him rooting around down here. Should be here any minute. My own personal Lego puller.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I will tidy up my cardboard boxes. I'm super excited to be building this. Don't ask me where I'm going to put it, but I have an idea.
Well,
I have an idea for some more display upstairs because I'm out of display down here.
yeah.
So I'm thinking there is one flat surface upstairs that isn't covered with something. I could expand it into like this little botanical. I'm not going to give it away. I have some ideas.
Yep.
He is my brick monkey. Well, dude, shoot. I don't think I've ever thought of bluegrass like that.
I just read that myself and I thought, now is that a good comment or a bad comment? I didn't know.
Oh, Heather, a Mills plate. Yes. I will have a visual for you here soon. But what you do is you take, oh, he said it's coming. See how these plates don't like connect, right? So you're going to take 2 plates that actually connect and you're going to put bricks in between, just like 2x6 bricks. And then you end up creating like a really strong double plated thing to build on. He is digging for one right now, and then I'll show you what it looks like.
Yeah, and I never thought that you build on it. Yeah, but yeah.
And I guess, Charlie, the top has to be green? Well, I know, but like I think that unless we don't have any green Mills plates or green top plates. So Heather, what we're doing is, see on here how it's a single plate? Well, that's kind of wibble wobbly when you actually get that much weight on it. So we're going to double up this base so that it's nice and strong, but we're going to have to do it ×2 because this is so wide.
Which makes sense
Yes,
because you
it's
have a
thicker
big
and
thing.
stronger.
And then you're attaching it to the Mills plate, correct?
Yeah, so instead of building on this green plate they gave me, I'm going to build on the Mills plate.
Yeah. So then it's all attached and then you can pick it up and move it. That makes sense.
And the bottom is super strong, so it's not
Right.
wobbly this way.
Yeah, right.
I guess I could have given you a heads up about that. Huh? Oh.
Well, this is
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. This will work.
That's your full
Inside.
plate. That's like your full plate. That's your
Bottom plate.
and then they sort of
Go together.
mesh.
Do they stick actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get the mallet and turn the one down. And I'll take that one real quick.
Okay. He gonna stick them together permanently for me.
Very good.
So I guess these technically could be the bottom plates then. And then you would put your bricks on here and then put a solid plate on top, stick them together.
Yeah.
Certainly not our idea. Hoosier's been doing it forever for all of his big buildings and such. Well, I guess I could knoll my bricks while I wait for my cute little brick monkey. That does make so much sense. Those base plates are so flimsy to hold a big build on. Yep, exactly. And then imagine, if you're moving them or traveling with it for a show, then they're nice and sturdy.
Yeah.
And you don't run the risk of.
Right. That's thinking ahead.
Yeah, and most of the time I don't. I start building, and then Charlie comes in the room and is like, "Oh, we should have put that on a Mills plate." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, we really should have."
I made a boo-boo on that one.
What did you do?
It needs to, I can get it. It needs to, so then you can also stack them together with Technic pins.
Right, so then they pop together
Here, I'll come in and play around with
when
it
it
later.
becomes a set. But I'm only building on one right now, so this will work.
I'll just gotta pop out.
Okay,
Two.
so here are your in-between bricks. Here are your places where you can put your Technic pins to connect the two big Mills plates together. And now see, it's nice and strong and you can't wibble wobble it. And this one's even got 4 separate square plates instead of one big one, because that's what we had.
Yeah, well, whatever puts it together to get the right size for you. Whether it's one big one or 4 little ones.
Don't tell the wife I'm awake. I don't want to hang curtains. Okay, Cliffy.
We won't say a word.
We don't see you, Cliffy.
We don't see you, sweetie.
We know nothing.
Nope.
Cliffy who?
Righto.
It is a really good idea, isn't it, Heather? Again, not my own by any means. But yes, it's so great when you're building big, heavy things. And then it's kind of hard to like build the structure first and then put this onto a Mills plate. Obviously, because you're sticking everything down, so you really should start in the beginning. You could lift it off and then I guess, and then just redo all of this. But why would you want to do that?
See, and I never knew about that, but like when I built the Empire State Building and my what's the other one? Statue of Liberty. They're tall and they don't have a big base, but it's just the idea you don't want even their base to wibble wobble because there goes the whole shebang, you know? So that's why I took a foam board just so that it can sit on, so I can grab that and then move it and it keeps it supported, you know? Because I never knew of that Mills plate stuff.
I built Ninjago City on just one of the flimsy boards, and I was like, oh my Jesus. Because that thing is so tall and big and has like appendages and
yeah,
yeah, we should have really put that on Mills. And I was like, oh, who would have thought of it? I didn't think of it. I just dove right in. But now I'm smarter.
Well, hey, that's how it happens. Oh, come here. What am I doing? I got the wrong number.
Cliffy says Mills plates are the best. I won't build on anything else. How is everybody doing today? Did we have a good week? Are we happy it's the weekend?
Certainly.
I have spent my entire week talking and repeating and talking and repeating because I'm training someone at work. And I'm a talker. Like, I never have a problem talking, but man, it's exhausting when you have to do it. So I get to the end of my day and I'm like, do we have to talk, Charlie? Can we just make eyes at each other or something?
Miss Ingrid is doing diamond art chicken for Sal.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing diamond art also. My hands are a little sore today, so I left my Tom and Jerry brickheads go for another week.
I was so impressed. I tuned in to the Clickin' and Brickin' show the other night. And what did my little eyes find? Heather and Cow doing diamond art. I was like, oh my God, Grandma, you're a trendsetter. Look what
She sent me that and I went, what? Well, then I went, that was the next day. So I went and back in and I said, I'll be dang, they are doing it. How wonderful. Hey, as long as we get together, I don't think it matters what we're doing.
No.
It's the conversation that we have. It's all the stuff. Yes.
Heather said, oh my God, you caught us. Heather said, it's supposed to be nearly 80 here today. First warm day, and it's a Saturday. I'm ready to go outside.
Oh, yeah.
Amen, sister. It was 80 here yesterday, and I think it's going to be about that same today. We got some storms coming on Sunday, but yeah, I'm going to try to get out onto the swing, maybe have a cocktail on the porch. We don't have the porch set up for spring yet, but it's early. We're moving and shaking things around out there. Charlie's going to power wash it. Things sure get dusty and grimy after the winter.
Oh, God, yes.
And I don't think I should be manning a power washer. I'll probably lose a finger. So I'm going to leave that to him.
Yeah, because I think that's hard to hang on to. That's pretty strong. I don't know if you can do a speed.
Right. But as soon as we get the porch set up, then I can do diamond art out on the porch in the morning while I drink coffee.
Oh, sure.
Oh my God, that brings me so much joy.
Yep.
And I have tiny little diamond art projects. I'm finishing one with the little 5x7s that are all cocktail drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So I have that one to finish out there. And that's nice and portable and easy to go anywhere.
Well, and when you're outside, when I had to go down by Marlene, my friend that had knee restructure surgery, she was waiting for her therapist and she wanted me down there. And I said, sure. So I took down the one, the diamond art that I finished, and I'll get it and show it to you. And she has so bright light, like almost afternoon sun coming through, but not sun. It's just the bright light coming through. I didn't need anything. I just sat there, especially doing it with Jules. I could do it, and I finished it up while the therapist was working with her. So it worked out perfect.
Yeah.
And I could start, because I wanted to get it done and get it sewed and everything before I did my lovebirds. Because I wanted.
The cow is here. Moo!
Hi, Moo.
Moo! Bluegrass says, mooing intensifies. My daughter and I are doing diamond art now. Thanks to you all. Y'all are great influencers. Whoop, whoop. Look at Grandma Badger. She's an influencer.
Oh, my goodness.
That is very fun.
And if you've got kids, that's wonderful because the kids are good at it.
Yeah, they got those tiny hands.
Well, and it's something that you're doing together. Lego is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed when I could build and still do a little bit, but it's always nice to have something that your kids can enjoy and do with you also.
Fido, get out of there. Excuse me for just a minute. The dog's gone rogue.
Certainly. So, it's just a great thing to do together.
It is. It's wonderful. Cliffy said, I got caught now. I have to hang curtains.
Oh, no.
Leave us down in the background. We'll be able to help you. A little to the left, Cliffy. A little to the left. No, my left, not your left. Oh, look how cute this is. It's a tiny 4-leaf clover.
Oh my God.
I've never seen that before.
That's adorable.
It's so precious.
You got lots of those that could be placed around?
Well, there's 3.
Well,
Okay,
that's
4?
that's
There's 4, but yeah, I guess they're gonna get placed around.
well, how cute is that?
I've never seen those.
I would put, if it doesn't call for all 4, I'd sneak a couple extras in there someplace
Yeah.
because they're adorable.
So cute.
Yes.
Yeah, tell her we're gonna help you. Just make sure it's level. Yes, exactly, Heather.
I'll be back in just a moment.
All right then. All right, that is there, that is there, and one tiny little clover goes there.
I wanted to show you my tulips that I had hanging out with my Easter diamond arts because I got it all done
Ooh.
with a cup of coffee and a chocolate chip cookie, no less.
Mm,
I know.
very pretty, Grandma.
Because I thought that would be nice for Easter because it's springy. Let's see here.
Miss Ingrid said, GBB, that's beautiful.
Thank you so much. It was fun doing. I love doing the jeweled ones because it just sparkles in your eyes when you're doing it.
I don't know, Heather. I've never seen them before, but I don't, in anything I've built, it's never been on there. So these could be the first ones. They're super cute.
Yeah. Very, very cute. Is that a new set, Susie, or have you had it for a while?
I've had it for a little while, but I think it was new like the end of
24?
2024 or right at the beginning of 2025.
Okay, then that might be a new tile. Very interesting. She's going to Google it and find out.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Inquiring minds must know.
Yes.
Maybe it came with a CMF at some point or something. I don't know. And Heather would be the resident expert on minifigs. So
no CMF, but it was in 2 friend sets before garden set.
okay. And I don't typically build friend sets. That
Yeah.
seems to be Charlie's station, or at
Yep.
least rebuilding them. So maybe.
Well, I built a couple of friends, a couple that Charlie had given me, but there was never a little 4-leaf clover like that.
Yeah. Fido, did you want to say hi to your friends?
Come on, Fido.
Come here, Bubba. Come here. He said, you'll come pick me up again, and I don't like that. Oh, now he ran out the door. He said, I ain't playing your games, Mama.
I was sitting down and talking with Marlene this morning. I went down there to check on her. And her cat's name is Stashi. And so the first time I went down there, he just took off for a run, and he did, he kind of remembers me because I did feed him quite a few years ago, but he didn't remember me when she was on vacation. So little by little, I put 1 or 2 treats out for him in his little dish. And he would smell them, and he'd come barreling out from under the bed, and he'd gobble them up, and then he'd take a look at me and then take off again. Well, this morning, he come out right away, and it's like, meow. I said, I got to get your mom coffee, then I'll get you treats. So he's sitting there waiting patiently, put some treats in his dish, gobbled them up. Then I sat down and I was talking with Marlene, and he's rubbing up against my legs and he's bumping my hand. He wants me to scratch him and this and that. I said, I have a friend for life now.
Yay.
And he's quite a fat cat, but he's got the cutest face. So
Don't cat shame, mother.
no.
Fat cats are the best.
Oh yeah. Well, he's a chunk. I don't. Marlene says she has a hard time trying to pick him up. But no, he's very, very cute and very nice. In fact, I got to remember to.
Oh, Sugarfoot. Okay, sorry.
No, that's all right. I have to remember to clean off my pants because they're full of kitty hair.
I would love a cat, and I know Charlie would love a cat. But I think that the fact that I can't control a cat like I can control a dog, I think that cat would run my life. I just don't know that I could have one.
Well, you're kind of allergic to them too.
I am, but I mean, I'm allergic to the rabbits too, and I make that work out. So
Yeah.
what's a couple Sudafed and an inhaler and maybe an injection at some point in my life? Nothing. I get to have all my furry little animals around.
Yeah.
Bunny, you say you're allergic. Bunny, you saying you allergic to yourself? Yes, actually, sure. All the fur in the house does not help. And we have extra, like, we built this fan that is supposed to help with the allergens. So you take like furnace filters and you put them together in a square standing upright. And then you put a fan over the top of the box you've built with furnace filters. And you run, I think, the fan the opposite way. So it like sucks in all the allergens and stuff into these filters. We have that going upstairs. And I think that really helps from keeping it smell like a farm. Like you don't know we have animals until you in and see them.
Yeah, but it's the bunny fur that is so fine. You know, dog hair isn't as fine unless you have like a real flu type dog, and they usually don't shed, you know. But like little Fido's hair is coarser than what the bunnies are, and it just flies around like crazy.
Yeah.
And cat hair is the same. I just got, well, my pants are clean now. I had a roller full. Sorry, Stashi, but you're going into the garbage. But at least he doesn't take off and run now when he sees me. The first day he was in the kitchen and we've got tile floor. And his feet were moving and he wasn't going anyplace. And I thought, oh, Stashi, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Poor little guy.
Heather says, I've seen those videos. I want to do that when the dog starts shedding.
Yeah.
It's a great like ventilation thing. Charlie saw it and then I ended up seeing it on a TikTok too. And so we've done it for years now. And it really helps. And you are horrified at the amount of fluff and dirt that has come out of the air into those filters.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you walk in my house, you can't smell that we have animals. And you wouldn't know it until you saw them. And between the Roomba running all the time and the filter thing, I think we're in good shape. But it does get a little, what are those little fluff balls called in the West?
Yeah,
Those little,
I can't think of them now. Yeah.
what am I all trying to say?
Dust balls or dust?
Yeah, but like
I know.
tumbleweeds.
That's it.
Yeah, so the tumbleweeds do get out of control sometimes if I don't run the Roomba enough. Okay, that's done. I have a box fan, just need the filters. Yeah, and they're not always cheap. I found that I could get them cheaper on Amazon, and then I can get them delivered like every 3 months versus trying to find them at Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever. But um they're like 2-inch filters. So like normally your furnace filters are like a 1-inch and then whatever size, 16 by whatever. So these are 2-inch filters and they're I forgot, but Heather, I can send it to you if you.
Well, it'd be pretty square. Maybe a 16 by 16 or 20 by 20.
I feel like it's 20 by 20.
Yeah.
That might be too big.
Because they'd have to be a square one so that you could build a square.
I think a trip to Home Depot is in order today. Then I need to buy a plant. Yeah. Yes. Ooh, speaking of plants, my orchid's about to bloom.
Ah,
I have 5 or 6 on there. I cannot even wait. I will put it on Insta when my orchid pops.
perfect.
Miss Ingrid said they sell dryer sheets that the hair attaches to. It works. My hair, for an unknown reason, is falling out. It works to get hair off clothes. Also good. Okay, my checkout Amazon prices then too. Yeah. Because sometimes you can't find the 2-inch filters. I think we found at Lowe's or Home Depot, they didn't have them. And the 2-inch really do work the best. Like I feel like it's extra filtering. I don't know. Again, I don't live in a barn. I make this seem like I'm living in a barn at this point and I have to have this going, but it's really not that dramatic. But it does super help. And then maybe hopefully it takes off some of that pressure on the furnace too, because
Yeah.
the furnace is sucking in all that rabbit stuff and dog stuff and turtle stuff and
Animal stuff.
yeah. We lost our guppy this week.
Oh,
Well, you know. Guppies.
I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did.
So my friend Jay, bestie guy friend, decided he was going to move back home to Vermont, Connecticut, well, general area.
Yeah.
And he had these 3 guppies in this tiny aquarium that he had for like eons, right? And he had like this whole little aquarium, and then it whittled down to 3 female guppies who couldn't reproduce anymore because there were no males. He forgot to feed them most of the time. The water in the aquarium was so overfilled with like, I mean, it was just not good. So when he was moving, he said, "Will you please take these guppies?" And so I did. And the 3 guppies went in with the turtle and the other fish. They all got along swimmingly. And then one by one, the guppies just started to pop off. And we lost our last one this week.
Oh,
I know. I know. And I don't think that the other fish or the turtle ate them. I think they just naturally lost their way. And now I just lost the part. Ooh, look, there's little fur tumbleweeds down here. Yeah, I should think about vacuuming down here. Oh, and look what I forgot to put in the chat. Oops, hold on.
What?
The link.
Oh.
There's the link. My apologies. All right, let's see here. Oh, look at Charlie. 20 by 20 by 2. Thank you, Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
He is a little task rabbit lately. Yesterday, he did so much around the house, ran the errands, did the grocery shopping, and brought home dinner. He was on fire yesterday.
Yeah, well, that's terrific. Is he for rent?
No,
Okay.
keeping him all to myself. And it kills me. He still uses that dab emoji.
What does the wrench stand for behind his name?
It means that he can kick people out of the chat if they're being naughty.
Ah,
He is, I forgot the word.
okay. Because I see that on a
Like
lot of,
admin. Yeah.
yeah, I see a lot on different people, and I was just wondering what that meant.
Yeah, it had, so you can time people out or kick them out if.
I guess Heather like my is he for rent. Well, I could use someone like that, just for a little bit of time.
Just like, yeah, doing tasks around the house.
Yeah.
Not that he isn't normally helpful, but he was just exceptionally helpful yesterday.
Well, that's good. It should be that way for you.
Well, he was very kind and said that I had been talking and talking and he could hear me training and doing all that. And I think by now he could probably do our job since he's heard me say it over and over again.
Yeah. But that's, yeah, that's what you have to do with the training. Okay, what color am I on? I'm on blue.
So they have us building this together. Now I'm going to need a bigger table. Although I did build the Batman up here. And the Batman, I think, was bigger than this. So
go for it, girl.
Yeah. And look, there are 2 extra clovers.
Huh. Put them someplace.
Yeah.
That'll bring you lots of luck. Having it sit around your house.
Cute. Where does this leaf go, though? Did I miss something? Let me go back. I don't see a leaf anywhere on there. Why would you give me a leaf? Not tell me to put it down. Oh, wait, there is one more clover here. Just that little stuff right there. They gave me a dark green leaf, and I don't see where a dark green leaf goes. Oh, it's bone time. I can't keep this dog in bones. I had no idea he was such a bone chewer.
Maybe because Little Man used to sneak them from him.
Yeah, or
And
Little Man would want to share and he didn't, so then he just gave up.
Yeah.
I don't see that green leaf anywhere. Egg 2. I'm exhausted most of the time, so I asked Sal to help me. And I hope he does help you, Miss Ingrid. Working can be exhausting. And just because, like me, I sit in a chair all day, I mean, that's, not good for my posture and everything else. But, like, it can be exhausting using your brain and talking and training and answering questions. And, I literally need like an hour after work to not do anything and like come down from, I love my job, but it's very fast paced. And so then, I just need to come down from that. I'm going to go on mute for 1 second so I don't make so much noise.
Okay. Is anybody cooking this weekend? I don't see MJ here or Zizu. They're usually the cooks.
Okie dokie. I don't think I'm cooking this weekend either. We just did basic grocery shopping, but I didn't like really plan a meal.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wasn't in the mood. I don't want to eat out either, but I just wasn't in the mood.
Well, you can always put something together. And now I am going to, where am I here? I don't want to leave. I'm just going to put the camera.
Uh-huh.
And I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. We'll just mute Grandma. I don't know what she's got going on over there, and I'm not sure we need to hear all of it. That's a small one. This is a big one. I think I'm doing this right. It's there. I picked up there. I'm always so astonished how you start, building this. And you're not really paying attention to like what you're building. I mean, big. I'm building a botanical garden, but these step by steps and you're not really paying attention and you're talking. And then before you know it, like you have something beautiful. And I just love that about Lego or any bricks really. It doesn't have to be Lego specific. And I kind of feel that same way about diamond art because you buy a picture and you're kind of like, I hope it comes out okay. And then it does. And it looks spectacular. And you just didn't know that it would transfer so well to, okay, here is so that is right. Oh, I'm missing this. And then we have that. I don't want to miss a stud and be off by one stud. Nothing upsets a person more than being off by one stud when you get 12 steps down the road. Okay, so that matches up with that. Oh, hold on. I put you on mute, Grandma.
Yes, I know. That's fine. I should have done that myself.
No, you're fine.
No, I don't have a mute.
You do.
Is that a chat?
No, you just turn off your microphone.
Oh, microphone, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. But with this way coming through our chat room, I don't have my avatar.
Oh, right, because you I had to get Grandma the link a different way today. And
that's all right. We'll go back the other way and it'll be fine. And if not, at least it's there and I'm talking, even though my avatar isn't showing up.
Good morning, Miss Ingrid.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm still working on my Marcel's rooster.
Well, we want to see it. Can you show us?
Well,
Oh,
okay.
that's cool.
I only
Very
did
nice.
the outer black.
Yeah. That's
So
it when it's all black. Woo.
that was a lot of black.
I know.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
Yes, very nice.
It will when it's finished.
It'll look amazing.
It's slow going.
Well, it's not a fast hobby. It's a take your time and relax hobby.
That's true.
How have you been, Miss Ingrid? You were working so much we didn't see you there for a while.
I work too much. I'm tired. I'm exhausted from working, but it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do,
That's
Yeah.
right.
and it's going to get worse. Apparently, the economy's getting worse and worse by the second.
By the second. Yep. All we can do is keep on keeping on.
Yep. But we're not here to talk about that because that will take forever to. That's a conversation all on its own.
It is, and not one that we would ever get to the bottom of.
No,
It's depressing, and we don't need depressing.
no. Now we're just doing our own thing.
There you go. Yep.
Heather said, I've been thinking I should be done with my skulls in a heart piece, but at least I'm more than halfway through now. Yeah, no, it takes time. And you should enjoy it and not just bang it out just because you want it done. But it gets exciting when you see, like, I literally just made like 3/4 on mine. So I have 2 more little squares to do. And I'm like, oh my God, this turned out so pretty. I'm so
Mhm.
excited and want to get it done so I can see what it's going to look like.
I have got orders from the baby. He says he's now calling this his Lego room.
Uh-oh.
And he says, I want that chicken out of here.
Wow.
He's so cute. I originally bought this for Sal. He was off for the whole winter. And he was getting so bored. He was, you know, you could tell he was so bored that
Yeah.
it was causing problems. And so then I bought him this. And he says, I love it, but I'm not going to do it.
Fine.
I was like, okay, I'll do it for you.
I know I tried to get Charlie to do it, but he won't do it. And my best friend has no tolerance for it either. So I'm like, I don't know what makes you people tick.
Yeah. I know a lot of my friends are the same way. They give 101 excuses, and they don't make sense to me because my hands aren't the greatest, but I can hold the stylus and I can put little dots on a picture, you know?
Yeah.
It's not a mental giant type thing. You don't have to think. You just have to. And I'm sure when they were all younger, they all did paint by number sets. And I think that was worse because the paint would run and then you'd have a big mess.
Yeah, I can't.
This is easy peasy.
Heather said, I keep my head in my hobbies and happiness and keep it moving. Yep.
Yeah.
You're making me lose hope on getting my boyfriend to do diamond art. Well,
No, everybody, no, you can't say that because everybody's different.
and Kyle's doing it, and Kyle loves it.
Yep.
Well, he has a patience and he loves Lego, which is little pieces. Not everybody likes to do little things like that.
Yeah.
Well,
But
and
little
it's
by
the same.
little.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Go ahead,
No,
Miss Ingrid.
no, I was just saying, little by little, it gets done.
Yeah. Like I was telling Heather last week, I look around the house to make things. I know what I can handle with my hands. I look around the house and I look, oh, that might hold the drills better. Let's try it. Nope, that didn't work. I even hot glued. I think I've got it around here someplace. It was a wand for bingo chips that picks up metal bingo chips. And I hot glued one of those diamond art trays on there. And I thought, well, it's got a handle. I can hang on to it. Oh, no, it went flipping and I
Oh,
had diamond arts all over the place. I said, no, that's not going to work. And then I went down there with a roller, a clothing roller, and picked them all off So I didn't want to run out of my colors. But that's the only way you know. You got to just keep trying and see what's comfortable for you.
Mhm.
I had to create a permanent space just because I'm bougie that way.
Well, that's fine though. I have one. I mean, the table that I'm sitting at, this is my craft corner, and I've got a Chrome's thing with 30 shoe boxes, clear shoe boxes with all my diamond arts and all my supplies and everything in there. And the other table that's in here, they're folding tables, is my desk area where all of my supplies are for office supplies. So, everybody does things differently, and it doesn't matter as long as you like what you're doing.
I mean, I have a huge art space right in the middle of our living room. Well, not in the middle, it's off to the side and it looks great and it blends right in. And who knew that was even possible?
That's right.
And if you don't like it, don't come over because I don't want you. It's me and Charlie. Like, why would I even care?
Well, and you don't entertain per se that much.
No.
And even if you did, who cares?
Oh my God, they're going to come over and see a colorful desk with all sorts of fun, which by the way, the rooster that I built fits right in. I don't know if you all saw that on
Yeah.
I still have the picture.
Yeah.
You mean ho ho?
Hee.
Yeah.
Hey.
Ha ha.
Yeah. Something. You got it right. I never
Here,
know how to say that
I
either.
put him on the desk right next to all. Oh, come on. Focus. Focus, camera.
Yeah. Now
Okay,
see,
well,
look how
Nice,
cute
I
that
see it.
looks.
here, and he's with all the watercolor paints.
Yeah. And it looks
Nice.
adorable.
He fits right in.
And if it
Yeah.
brings you joy, that's all that matters.
I got Sal the stuffed animal, but I looked at the Lego set and it was $40, and I couldn't afford $40 for the Lego set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not at the time.
Okay.
I know I keep looking at it because Walmart has it. And I thought, do I want to spend $40? He's awfully cute. But
Yes,
where would I put him? I always try to figure that out first.
Sal's man cave, aka the shed, is going to be all chicken and rooster.
Oh, well, see?
And he asked for a 3-foot rooster. He says, if you see one, grab it. I
Okay.
said, okay, 3 or 4 feet.
Oh, my
He
God.
says, the bigger the better.
Oh, my
Well,
gosh.
the man was into roosters.
We had roosters or chickens before, and he fell in love with them.
Oh.
But then we couldn't have them anymore. So now he misses them. So now he wants to make his man shed rooster themed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I typically only spend time building when I'm on the stream. And last weekend, I spent so much of the weekend building with Charlie in the other room. It was so fun. Like, it's great to be on camera and chit chat with all of you, but it was also just nice having a movie playing in the background and we were both just building stuff. And I was like, oh, I love this. Why don't I do this?
Nice.
Oh, the curtains are hung. Yay, Cliff.
Yay.
Congratulations, Cliff.
And then Heather says, by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nick soon would be there.
Ooh, how many days till Christmas, y'all?
Don't care.
This is where Cliffy gets mad at me now. Okay, wait. So this.
Don't start counting till Christmas. Oh, good Lord, we haven't even had summer yet.
Have I done this wrong? Okay. So, okay. Black, gold. Why is this off by 1?
And I can't tell the difference between a 2 and a Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's diamond art problems for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, good. There's no 2s. That means it's a Z.
Okay, so
And you know, once in a while, if you put a different color there, you'll never notice it. Because that's happened to all of us.
But there is no 2, so that means that they're all Z's.
Okay, well, that's all right. That's good. I know some of the numbers some are very plain and clear, and others are so teeny tiny.
So teeny tiny. The one I'm on now is much tinier than the one that I did previous. And I'm like, oh my goodness, get out the triple bifocals. What does that say?
Yeah.
Magnifying glass.
Well, you'd have to get one of those that hang around your neck, because your hands are full.
Yeah.
I'm at the Lego table, so I'm like looking around to see if I left a magnifying glass nearby. That little one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a magnifier I got off of Amazon. Charlie actually had one that's like old vintage, and it's just like one big glass magnifier, like ball, if you will, and it's flat on the bottom. And it works great for diamond art because you can kind of drag it across your diamond art canvas and see all the ones you're missing.
Yeah.
So I picked one up on Amazon and I keep that with my kit. I love it.
Oh.
Because I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah, it's a half circumference.
Yeah, it's like a half a ball.
Yeah.
If y'all need a link for that, let me know. I can put it on the old gram.
I need a magnifying glass to find the magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Well, that happens too.
I want you all to know I was off by one stud, but I caught it early enough.
Thank God.
There's no panic in Lego.
If you catch it early enough, that's great.
Yeah.
Look how far we've come.
Oh, nice. Nice layout.
Very good.
Okay.
Will you get in there and lay down, you little drill, you?
Ooh, Heather said, true story. We're selling Christmas minifigs today in our flash deal. Yay, Christmas! Woo-hoo! Insert Cliffy saying, stop it. Now I might actually build some. Hmm. Too early, like for real. I understand, Cliffy. I know. So when you are a Christmas lover, it's in your heart, and it doesn't matter what time of the year it is.
I hear banging. I think Sal's putting up the lights I bought.
Ooh.
He has night blindness, so I have to keep the place well lit, especially at night. So I bought these solar panel lights, and you put the solar panel in the window, and then you string them along the ceiling.
Oh.
So that way at night, he can see where he's going.
Well, that's smart.
And so he's installing them now because I can't get up on the stool and do things comfortably, so he's got to do it.
Isn't getting old suck? I
Yes,
used to
Yeah.
get up on a step stool and never give it a second thought. Now it's like, I probably don't want to do that.
anything before this year, I couldn't do anything. Now I can do nothing. I don't know if you understood that or not.
I did.
Yeah. We're used to reading between the lines. Susie does it for me and I do it for her. I make it. Yeah.
No, I used to be able to do some stuff, but now I can't do anything.
Well, you always have to take the idea, especially when you get older. I don't care if you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. You must think safety first. So you always have to stop and think, I don't think that's a wise idea, and talk to yourself and get somebody else to do it for you.
I'm always like, if I break a hip now, that's going to take me down for the rest of my life. So I'm not going to.
Well, and you're absolutely right. It can, because
Yeah.
even Marlene is doing pretty good with the knee reconstruction, but it's been a week and a half, and there's days that she is so weak she cannot manipulate to get up on her walker and walk. And then other days she does it really good and she's doing exercises all the time. But your age makes such a difference, and the shape that you're in. If you're not a walker or haven't done a lot of walking because of achy bones or whatever the case may be, it's going to take you a little longer to heal, She gets impatient, and I just keep saying, and her therapist says the same. You can't do that. You just take one day at a time and do it.
You take two toddlers and they start talking or walking or doing stuff at different ages.
Right.
And then maybe the differences is between a couple of months to a couple of years. When you get older, it's different for every single person.
Yeah.
At the end, their regression instead of progression. And some people it takes more, and some people are 83 years old and still climbing up on roofs.
Yeah.
So,
Because they've done it all their life. Yeah. He was saying he has a couple of patients that are in their 80s, but she's always golfed. So she's thin. She's in shape. And she came through this surgery 1, 2, 3. But Marlene is not a golfer, and she hasn't done her exercises or walking a lot. She did when she was younger, but not since she's had knee problems because it was too painful. So, you just got to take it for yourself.
I think being fit and in shape is overrated. I would much rather enjoy dessert.
Well,
But
you're
um,
absolutely right with that too.
I used to do 30-mile bike trails. I used to do kickboxing. I used to go rock climbing. I did a lot, and I was in very good shape when I was younger.
yeah,
But for some odd reason, my old age was different than other people who were in good shape as well. So sometimes it's not what you did when you were younger,
yep,
it's just the way things are.
the
Yep.
way things are. Yep. Not everything can be prevented. You just got to
Mhm.
roll with it.
That's right.
Mhm.
And if you don't use it, you'll lose it. So keep moving your body. That's what I'm learning. Cliffy says hashtag love dessert. Cliffy and I are besties.
Yeah.
And Heather said, Miss Ingrid, you did kickboxing? Oh my God, I
Oh,
adore
yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah. That's where I met Sal in kickboxing.
Really?
Yes.
How long have you been with Sal?
16 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. We met in kickboxing class, and Hold on. What do you need me? Okay.
I'm gonna go on mute for 1 second.
Yeah, I'm going to shut off my camera and mute.
Okay, hun.
Phew, there are a lot of pieces in this bag. I am running out of room over here. Let's do a little quick knolling and get things into place. Cliff said, I'm very afraid of Miss Ingrid. It may, and it may have to do with the story she once told about like beating somebody up at the 7-Eleven.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't mess with Miss Ingrid. She sounds like a sweet little like grandma type, but she'll kick your ass.
Yeah.
And Cliff said, exactly, Bunny.
Yep, yep. Okay, number 1.
Anybody watching White Lotus?
Nope.
I certainly wouldn't mess with her. I want to be her friend. That sounds smarter. Yes, Cliffy, you are right.
No, Heather said that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Heather. So
That's
sorry.
all right. I thought maybe I missed something, but I was reading it as you were reading it.
It's good that we have a bouncer in the bunch.
Yes.
All of us Lego folk get together someday. We got
Yep.
someone who will take care of us.
Well, she used to do kickboxing. I don't know if she does it anymore.
Yeah.
Hi. Who you talking about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we were talking about how you beat somebody up at the 7-Eleven once.
Oh no, it wasn't the 7-Eleven. It was at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh. Well, would you like to tell us that story? Because that's why we fear you, but we also love you.
I probably couldn't do it again now. I'm so sore.
That's what I just said. You said that you used to be a kickboxer.
You don't forget the moves.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
whether or not you can move at this age.
Right.
So out of a bad relationship, I decided that no one is ever going to take one over on me again. I
Yep.
will learn to defend myself.
Yep.
And so I took it for self-defense only. And I was working at Dunkin', and a girl who later confessed that she was coming down from drugs.
Mm.
She got mad at the drop of a hat for no reason, and it wasn't my fault. It was that when they're in that zone like that, they'll take it out on whoever's around them.
Right.
So then when she first attacked me, I said a prayer and I prayed to God that I have no way of running and that I have no other choice but to use self-defense. So, um, after I said amen, I defended myself and quickly found out that when they're in that state, they don't feel anything.
Right.
So it makes it twice as hard. Um, so I put her in because hitting her wasn't working because she wasn't feeling it. Between the drugs and adrenaline, she wasn't feeling anything.
Right.
So I put her in a headlock and stopped her from breathing.
Oh my goodness.
And then I told her to calm down and she wouldn't calm down. So then I kept putting her in and out of the headlock, just enough to keep her alive.
Right. But
and,
off of you. Right.
and off of me because, yes, she was a very aggressive. And then she finally calmed down. She says later on that she felt it for 3 days later, but she didn't feel nothing at first because she was high.
Wow.
So that's a situation you don't use it to hurt anybody, but other than self-defense.
Right. I follow you.
And she had me blocked in a corner. I had no other choice.
You use your powers for good, not for evil.
Yeah, and then she calmed down, and then the boss punished me along with her.
Ugh. What would the boss have liked you to do?
That's what I said. And then she said whenever they have a boring night, they pop in the tape to get a good laugh. They said, "Oh, okay."
Well, that's impressive, Miss Ingrid.
Yes, it was.
So I met Sal at kickboxing. Um, I met him there, and one night I says to him, and I put my arms like this, like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
show me your axe kick. And axe kick, if this is the person, right, you go straight up in the air with your foot, and then you drop it,
Ah.
and that's called an axe kick. So you go, and I said, let me see your axe kick. And he did it. And he expected me to move, but he did it on my arm. And I got an x-ray. He broke my arm.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
He says, I didn't mean on me.
Oh my gosh.
And that's how I met Sal.
And
And then
we've
we got
been together
married.
ever since.
Excuse my French, that's a hell of a story. I'm meeting your future husband. Wow.
And see, Heather, this is why we respect Miss Ingrid.
And isn't it funny that we can talk about so many things and not just Lego?
Yeah.
And we learn things too.
Yeah.
Don't mess with Ingrid.
Yes, Miss Ingrid.
You see an old person, you think, oh, they ain't gonna help me, but no, they still remember the things that they learned when they were young.
Yeah. I punched an ex-boyfriend in the face once. And I'm not typically a violent person.
No.
But when you catch them red-handed cheating,
Hey,
flee and then they come after you and they bang on your car window, well, you roll down the window and you punch them in the face.
Oh, ow. Well, I'm glad you're not with that person anymore.
Nope. That was fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it fun. It was something to remember,
Yep.
Yeah.
a memory, a core memory that we learned from. But I don't recommend defending yourself if you can use your feet to run first.
Right.
That is the first line of defense. Feet first. That means run.
Okay, Lego, I need a red line. Where are you building? Where are you building, Lego? Am I supposed to have these pieces? I sure am. I didn't do those yet. Okay.
I highly recommend these mugs.
Oh, cute.
I love them.
Oh, how cute.
I have thought about buying them and then I haven't, but maybe now I will.
The bigger ones are better. They're perfect size for a nice big cup of coffee.
I'm very confused where I'm putting this. That looks like there's a brown brick on top of it, so I've missed a step somewhere. Yep, there's where I missed my step. Heather said we love UFC and our favorite guy started in kickboxing. I love UFC too. I don't know anything about it or the people, but I went through a phase where I had an ex-boyfriend who loved it. And so we used to watch it. And I think it's quite fun.
I don't watch it. It's not entertaining for me. It's just self-defense stuff that you should take. Every woman, I don't care if you think you're safe or not, every woman should take self-defense classes, no matter the age or whatever.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
It's sort of like you never know if you're going to run out of toilet paper, so you keep an extra. It's preparedness.
Right.
You never know if someone's going to come up and want your pocketbook. It's just out of the blue.
Or try to traffic you. I mean, I don't think they're going to traffic me as an old woman, but you never know. There might be a market that I'm not aware of.
They do. They don't traffic the old women for certain reasons, but they still do. Because they're easier to catch.
Oh my G, I'm so sure we're besties, Bunny. I know. I picked up on that the first day I met you. I was like, this chick is cool. We could get along. Okay, I did 2 of those. Did I do 2 of those? Where's the second one? Where is the second one? Oh, well, shoot. I really need to start paying attention to the directions. I'm just willy-nilly placing bricks at this point. Fredo is really busy. He's running up and down the stairs. He's running around upstairs. He comes down here. He's very busy today.
Charlie or Fido?
Fido.
Oh.
Dude, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm going to come get you. I'm going to come. No, come. No. He ran back out the door. What a little weasel. Said, nope.
I don't want none of your loving and kissing,
You're
Mama.
not picking me up today, woman.
Yeah.
He's never liked to be picked up, ever, ever.
Hello, Brett. Kung Fu is great, but a taser is effective too.
I would agree.
Very true, Brett. Very true.
But then you have to get close to him, right? So,
Well, not some of them, not like what the police have. You
oh,
aim
yeah,
at
they
them and
shoot.
they shoot out and
Yeah.
grab them, knock them. Oh, but I saw an episode last night on Stars, it's called, on that station, and it's a cop show. She had a shotgun with beanbags.
Oh,
She shot a guy right square in the head, and he fell down, and it didn't kill him, but it knocked him out. Now, a beanbag gun would be something. You could do it at any
yeah.
distance.
I said to Charlie, because we both have no problem with guns. That's a whole other conversation, but we don't have them in our home. I know how to shoot one. He was military. Obviously, he knows how to shoot them, but we choose not to have them in the home.
Yeah.
And that's, I have no feelings either way. You do you. But I said to him, if somebody were to break in or something, we should have some sort of weapon besides like me swinging a bat, because you're full of adrenaline and you're like, I'm going to be the one who's going to wake up and hear it. He isn't going to wake up. So I'm going to have to wake him up, and now we need some sort of weapon. Well, he has nail guns. And I said, we have one of those charged and ready to go, because that will shoot, across the way. And
Yeah.
it won't kill someone, but at least you'll slow them down.
Well, and I don't know, this was an old series, and I don't know if there is such a thing as a beanbag gun, but it sure did do the trick, and all the rest of the detectives stood around looking at her, and she said, the kickback is a little difficult.
Yeah.
But I thought, now that's something cool. You're not really maiming them, but it's going to stop them in their tracks.
Yeah. Bluegrass says hi. Brett says hi. Out. You out the pool today, Bluegrass? Do we have a pool? I didn't know we had a pool. Are you putting a pool in today, Bluegrass? Being the little task rabbit he's been, you never know.
Every year I put out a baby pool,
Yeah.
and that's what we're allowed to have.
I want to get that from the turtles.
Oh,
Yeah, I put that wrong one on there. Okay. I want a couple of those plastic pools and just make like a little turtle thing. We can't put the turtles together because they don't like each other. But we could have 2 plastic pools, and then they could swim around, get some sunshine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm sorry, Miss Ingrid. Continue.
no, that's nice. Put the bunny rabbits in it, I said.
I could, but they could jump out. We do have like a fenced-in thingy we can put up for them, but you got to really watch it close, because we have a hawk in the neighborhood, and the hawk will swoop either the rabbits or the turtles. So you got to be out there giving parental guidance. Can you see me warding off a hawk? Me running out there in my bunny slippers? Get off my babies!
Scary.
I fight the hawk, though.
That's what happened to our chickens.
You're what?
That's what happened to our chickens.
Yeah.
Oh, bugger. Well, now, that's not appropriate.
Well, that's the scheme of life, though.
Oh, no, I dropped a Lego brick and couldn't get it out.
Oh, sorry.
No, but it's also not appropriate that they got your chickens.
Yeah.
Well, throughout the years, we found out what chickens were Sal's favorites. So, Old English Bantams
Oh,
are Sal's favorite chicken of choice.
I don't know the different breeds of chickens.
When you get chickens and you have some, and then you say, "Oh, I don't like these," and then you end up getting smaller ones, and then end up getting different ones. And throughout the years, I think we had chickens for 8 years,
Wow, that's a long time.
and then he ended up getting something called the bantams, and they were almost like a pet dog. They're lovable. You can pet them. You can
Hmm.
play with them. They're adorable. They're cleaner. They're not as dirty as the other chickens. And he just fell in love.
I think somebody else just fell in love too.
Ooh.
Susie.
Oh, with chickens?
Well, you go for any kind of pets.
I do, but I'm not like a chicken or a goat. Like Charlie teases me all the time, when are we getting the goats? And I'm like, mm, mm.
The
I'm
little miniature, the miniature ones that stay miniature are adorable.
Yeah, and then you know me, I'd be putting them in jammies. They'd be living in the house, bouncing on the wood floors. You know,
Well, of
They
course.
climb. They climb on the furniture.
they do.
They're like a dog.
I'm not ready for that, I don't think.
Dogs can be trained to go outside. Goats cannot.
Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, Suzanne. Wake up, Suzanne. I think I'll just stick with Fido for now. I can't decide on a new puppy. So I'm just not going to get one. And when, everything happens for a reason. So something's bound to wander onto the property that needs a home. We'll go from there.
That's how she gets a lot of her pets.
I mean, years ago, I used to sit on the front porch every morning having coffee before work. And you wouldn't believe, between the birds, we had a fox, we had a deer, we had rabbits, squirrels, raccoons, possums. Like, there's a lot going on outside that I have no idea about because I'm in here.
So does your door frame say Mrs. Doolittle?
It actually, and I kid you not, because Grandma Badger got me a sign that's magnetic, and on the front door it says, "The Harper House of Wayward Pets."
Oh my God.
So if you wander onto the property, you will be fed and watered, given ample place to sleep. I am sure that Charlie's Suburban that's under our carport has housed more cats and possums than we know about, because he'd leave the back door open and of course they'd go in and curl up.
Don't forget about all the chipmunks.
Aw.
Yep, chipmunks. Our neighbor behind us hit a baby bunny with the lawnmower. So we rushed over to try to save the bunny. Yep. Oh yeah, Charlie said we brought home a baby chipmunk that got stuck in the rain and was plugged, and we brought him home, dried him off, gave him some food. Oh, Charlie too. Oh, this was so sad. We had a glue trap. I don't know how this happened, but we had like a glue trap to like catch mice or whatever. And a little bird got stuck to the glue trap. So then Charlie sat with the patience of a saint at the table outside with soap and water and tried to get the little bird off the glue trap. It didn't
Aw.
end well for the bird, and we have now since not used glue traps anymore. Because some neighborhoods here in Louisville are not exactly the cleanest, and then that brings rodents. And I've got a neighbor next door who loves to feed the birds, and all that bird seed brings mice and rats. And so once in a while, once we start seeing them in the area again, now we just live trap and take care of it. But no more glue traps. Poor little bird.
Aw. So is that how you got Charlie? He needed to be taken care of.
He wandered onto the property, and now we won't leave. No, kidding. Actually, Charlie found this property. We were living in an apartment together, and it was a 2-bedroom apartment with his daughter. And we were like, okay, we should probably think about another plan. And I was scared to buy a house again. And he's like, let's just look. And he found this one, and it was a foreclosure. And he said, do you have a realtor friend? Can we just go see it? And I was like, yeah, let's go see it. And I didn't really know anything about foreclosures at that point, so it was an education. But as soon as we walked in and I saw the living room as big as it was with all the natural light, and the bedroom with windows on 2 of the 4 walls, like a whole wall of windows, I was like, I'm in. I'm so far in. And it turned out to be the greatest thing ever. And it's all because of Charlie.
Well, if you happen to see another house for sale that you think is a good deal, let me know.
All right.
Me and Sal are looking.
Yep. Okay. Look at me. What time is it? 11:36. We go till noon. Why do I have extra pieces? I should never have extra pieces. What did I forget? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, one must turn the page. We go till noon, right?
Yep.
So is the next bag of bits a lot? It is a lot. All right, talk amongst your. Oh, look at that rooster. That looks really good.
Oh, very nice.
It ain't done. Far from being done.
So you like to do it like all one color? So you do all the black on there first?
Yeah, I did that. I'm kind of newish to this stuff, so I didn't know what the best way to do it was.
There is no best or better or whatever. However way you want to do it.
What I
So-
like to do is I take that silly plastic that it comes with, that clear plastic. I take that off, and then I bought parchment squares from the Dollar Tree. And then I put the parchment squares onto the sticky painting. And then those are the sections I work on. So I complete a whole section, so that 8x8 square, I'll rip the parchment off, and I do everything in that 8-inch square. But that's me.
Oh,
I do the same. The parchment is easier. That plastic drives me nuts because it's
It's so
crunching all the
slippery.
time and you can't fold it.
Yeah.
Where I can take the parchment and fold up a certain amount and do that. I go across the whole thing and then roll it up again or cut it off. That's how I do it also. And
Well,
I'll show
if I-
you how far I am
yes.
with my little guys here.
That's
I don't know if I got it.
gorgeous. And I see what you mean by the square.
Yeah. I've got 4 squares on there, and one I folded up with that I'm working on the bottom because it doesn't fit my light board. So I try to do the bottom first, and then it won't get bent or anything. It'll be finished. And then I just move it down, and then I do finish up the top. But
Wow.
it's going to be pretty because it's got a lot of colors and a lot of jewels on this one. Not much background is showing. Most of the time it's just, like the tulips where it was sporadic, but the background was blended in and really pretty.
That's a pretty one. Where you gonna put it?
Oh, I don't know. I'll find a place to hang it.
Mhm.
I've got this one up above me right now. I did this a couple of weeks ago. Sorry, Susie. You don't have to put it on big, but I love this lady dancing.
Is she 3D?
Well, not really, but that's how the jewel things work out real good. You can see her bare leg and then all jewels around it. That's her skirt and her dress.
That
So,
is gorgeous.
yeah, I really like those.
You
So I
picked
might
some
take
really
her
nice
down
ones.
for a little while and put up the little parrots or the lovebirds.
Truthfully, I get tired of one color and I'll switch over and do another color.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't matter however you feel like doing it. I do one section and I use all the colors. It doesn't matter. I try to, in that section, I will do all one color and then come back and then do some of the other ones, but it doesn't matter. You just do it whatever way you want. But I try to do a whole section before I leave it because I don't want, it's hard for anything to cover it up and keep it moist. So I'll do a whole section and then leave it go for a while.
Whew, there's a lot of brown brick in this.
Oh my, yes. But look at how it's coming along.
Yeah.
Very nice. Good job, Ollie.
That's looking real clean.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I call a clean design. Very, very, very architecturally clean.
Yeah.
Mhm. Heather says, I see people put puddles of water on their diamond art. Yeah, isn't that weird? I've also seen them just shake the diamonds onto the painting and then just scooch them around to where they go. I couldn't do that. My brain is not meant for that.
No, me neither.
No.
And I have containers to use, for my colors. And there's one lady downstairs. She dumps out the whole container of one color on her table, loose.
Oh,
I
No.
said, you know where that would be? It would be on the floor inside of no time. Well, you brush it with your sleeve, this and I said, I've got little condiment containers. I don't want no condiment containers. Okay, sorry.
I mean, everybody has their own thing. I like the
Yeah.
little twisty jars. You like the little pill cups.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody has their own way.
Mm.
Whatever's easier for yourself. That's what I think a lot of people do.
Yep.
Now, do you have a little roller, Miss Ingrid? A little roller to roll over the top of your, when
No.
you get a section done? You should
No.
have, because that double presses it down for you.
I do it with my fingers and then I use like a card
Well,
to
whatever.
straighten them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Because I don't do a whole lot of these.
Yeah.
I prefer Lego. It's just that Sal wanted this done.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna go out and buy anything more for it.
No. In fact, this one, this is a small one that I've got. I found at the Dollar Tree. And I just put a piece of tape around it. It was in the baby area for some reason. I don't know what they would use it for in the baby area. But I just put a piece of tape on there because it was hard plastic. So I can just run over the top of it And I thought, for $1.25, what the heck? Why not? We'll try it. Because I know everybody was using a roller. But I thought, well, I'll find it someplace else. And then later on, I did get a roller, a bigger one, but I used my little one. I like it because I go in small areas.
My daughter gave me a Lego set. So I'm like anxious to finish this so that way I can do the Lego set my daughter gave me.
Oh, yeah.
What did
But
she get you?
I work a lot, so I don't have time. She got me this cute little
Oh, yay! I didn't get
typewriter.
that yet. Or did I? Did I do that one?
Oh, the typewriter. Yes, you did do
Oh, yeah,
that
it's
one.
behind me. It is so cute, Miss Ingrid.
Yeah.
You're going to love it.
Yeah.
And I have these letters. I could use the letters to actually put the typewriter letters on.
You could. Look how cute this is. It's so cute and small.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're going to love it. It was a really fun little build.
So I don't know where I'll display it.
I'm glad you showed us that because I thought it was bigger than that. And I thought, well, I don't really have room for that, but I might be able to squeeze that in someplace.
Yeah, it's cute. It's a cute size for a little typewriter.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it. I can't remember how much it was, but I think it was worth it.
Well, I saw it at Walmart. So next time I go to Walmart, I'm going to check it out.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna check out Ho-Yo, Ho-Ho, Yo,
Yeah, or
Ho-Ho.
hi, or he.
The chicken.
Yeah, the chicken.
It's hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Oh, it's hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
I haven't seen the movie, so I have no idea the reference, but
Oh, I saw the movie quite a few times, but I still can't remember his name.
all right. I know my little brickies. That should make life easier. If I build with Charlie, I'll just pop this into an IKEA tray and take it elsewhere. Woo! This is a big girl. I love her.
That's the kind of satisfying build because it's so big. Like it's really satisfying, and then when you display it, you're like, "Oh, this is one of my nice sets."
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't done a modular in a while. I haven't built a big. I think Batman was the last big set I built because I've been like imping along on the tiny ones for a while now. So I'm kind of happy to be. Okay, except now I'm going to be off by a. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, maybe this goes here. Seems to be a gap there. Okay. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Where did the other 2 go? 4, 5.
Thank you for having me on.
Oh, not a problem.
We love having you on. And we don't get to see you as much, so this is great. Who has exciting plans this weekend? What's everybody doing? Share it in the chat, please.
Well, me,
Yes.
I have this weekend off a little bit. So I work Sunday night, but other than that, I get a break.
Well, hallelujah.
I know, thank God. I haven't had a break in a while, so it's good. And then I won't get much of a break after a while.
I don't have time off again until May. I think I took some time. This is that, that goes there. Oh, I guess that is right, but this is wrong. Okay. I think I took some time in May, probably around Memorial Day weekend. But I'm training someone, so I have to be there. So I won't get a break either, but I do have weekends. Okay. 2 teal blocks. That's correct. Okay. See, now I missed something back here. That wasn't there before. Yep. Okay. Gray. Doesn't go there. There's flavor. Oh, I'm so glad I did this on a Mills. Phew.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine sitting here right now with 2 wibbly wobbly plates trying to keep this all
Yeah,
together.
That
that's
was
like
a good idea.
that's like the White House I built. I think I gave you kids that one. It's in 3 parts. And it connects together, but that's why I had put it on the foam board so that it would stay together, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, yeah. But like I say, I didn't know about those things to put things on. That's a great idea. Because the base is always the most important. I learned that with the Empire State Building. I couldn't get that thing right. And you start building, you get it half done, and it ain't right. You got to take it all apart. I think I took that thing apart about 3 times before I got the base right.
Hmm.
And that was a pain in the patoot.
Mm.
Dude, what kind of pain?
Oh, he's dealing with pain. Oh,
I'm
Dude,
sorry,
have
Boo Choo.
an extra tang today.
We're older. We all know about pain.
yep.
So the other night, I'm working by myself, and I'm glad I was by myself because I was in so much pain. I was crying
No.
while I was working. I was like, it was a good thing I'm alone because nobody could understand the pain I'm go through just to get my work done.
Oh, no, 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 no. Come on, cut nice. Oh, darn it. All right. Very good. Very good. Very good.
So to give you a nice, cute little story, my grandson says to me, because he just had a birthday, he says, "Grandma, I am 4 years old," with all this emphasis put on it, "and I still have never had a kite.
Well,
I cannot believe you have not bought me a kite in 4 years."
Grandma, you better get on that for Easter.
Yeah, no kidding. That's cute. Sometimes those little guys have such a way of saying something to you.
Yeah, and it's my fault. Nobody else's. It's me. I did
Yeah.
not buy him a kite.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, look at Dude Jude dropping the knowledge in the chat.
Modular integrated landscaping system, Mills plate.
Mm.
Well, thank you very much, Jude. Now I have to write that down and remember it.
Dude Jude, you are always on top of things.
Yes, he is.
Yep. Now, some people like to do theirs a little sturdier,
Mm-hmm.
which means that it is 2 stories high,
Uh-huh.
2 blocks high, plus the plates. But some people like to do it a little more sturdier or less sturdier, meaning that they use more or less bricks to build it.
Right.
Me, I do my modular 1 story high, just 1 brick high.
Same.
I think.
But if you're part of somebody else's spread, like, the Haley Hoosier Chris thing, then, depending what somebody does, you're going to have to maybe build your mills to equal the same height as the next one you're connecting to.
Right. And it also depends on how often you're moving your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't go to shows.
Right.
They go to too many shows.
Yeah, but even so, like with me, I don't go to shows either with my stuff, but I do like to rearrange it the way I have it. I have the freestanding chrome shelving, and sometimes I want to have it over by the TV, so I want to put different things over there. You got to have something. If I would have known about that, it would have been nice to build all that stuff on there. But like I say, I didn't know, but I thought at least the foam board gives it some balance. And if I had to cut 2 pieces together and glue them, and then just to hold it, it's loose. I can't attach it, and I didn't want to glue it or anything. But 2 pieces of the foam board thickened it up, and it made it nice and firm, so I could just move it around my house. Yeah. It just gives you more security, that's for sure. But I did write it down. See? Jude, I wrote it down so nobody can fool me now.
I don't think anyone was trying to fool you, Grandma.
Well, no, I mean, but when they say Mills plate, I know what it is now.
Mm.
Dude Jude said, good, Grandma Baxter.
Yep. Oh, come here, you little rascal. You came off. No, 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 no.
Well, we're on step 55. We've made lots of progress today.
Well, that's terrific.
You build fast.
I'd probably do better if I wasn't chit-chatting. But you gotta chit-chat.
Of course. That's why it's called the chat. 6.
I like the way we all can agree that we love Lego and love to chat and get along.
Yep.
Yep, yep, yep. And we can sprinkle in diamond art.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even if somebody had a different hobby that they could most certainly build on here or take care of it or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the other streams sometimes had people playing video games. Miss Ingrid did that when she was into the
Lego,
Mm-hmm.
Fortnite.
Lego Fortnite. And I'm done with that. I don't know what it is. I just get into something and then I'm done with it. But Lego seems to be staying, you know?
Yeah,
I painted for a few years.
I'm into watercolor right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of blankets with knitting and crocheting.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh crap! I knew it. I knew they'd get me. I knew it.
2 times.
No, not 2 times, but I gotta turn the thingy around.
Oh,
I missed the direction to turn it. Oof, little devils. Okay. I don't think this goes. Does this go here? No, this does not go here. Okay. Turn it around.
Turn, baby, turn. Just the way going on.
Makes more sense. Okay, that goes there. Does that have a thingy on it? That one did not go there. This one goes here. And this goes back on here. All right. Now, these go along here.
I gotta shut this light off. No, that didn't help.
There we are.
That's my
Looks
cue to switch colors. When
there you
when
go.
the letters start dancing on the page, that's that's when I switch.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. Well, we are going to go ahead and wrap this one up. We have hit the noon mark. We
Okay.
appreciate everybody coming out and spending time with us on their Saturday morning.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
We love you. And Grandma, what do you have to say?
It's been a slice of heaven again, as usual. I love
Thank
it.
you, Miss Ingrid, for being on the panel. We appreciate
Yes, thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Heather, keep
And
going.
everybody.
Yep. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Love you.